Good morning, fam. It's Maggie coming to you with another another chat as I'm driving. First of all, I give thanks to God for being alive, for waking me up. You know, you hear the older folks always praising God, raising your hand. And you know, sometimes we don't understand why they do what they do, but there is definitely a psychology behind it. That positivity. Do you wonder how our ancestors made it? How they crossed over this ocean, those who made it, and all the ones who were here on the plantations, being abused and killed, and yet we're still here to talk about it. They made it, they survived. You know, they didn't have a psychologist, a psychiatrist telling them what to do, but they had that thing deep inside of them. We talked about the resilience, right? That's resilience up to the, T. For you to rise above being abused every day, raped, beaten, and you're still here. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to continue with that vein, talking about resilience. I was reading something, I think it's something that shows up on my wall about the power of positivity. And that's another tip. Always feed yourself positive stuff. Just like you work out, you eat well, you need to feed your mind. And I think a lot of the stuff we see happening nowadays with people just being opposed to everything that the average person thinks makes sense is because they have allowed themselves to fill their mind with these things. You have to be the guardian of your own soul, of your mind, right? So reading that power of positivity, it says 12 things that smart people don't put up with, or something like that. And I was like, yeah, I can relate to every single one of them. I am basically a positive person. Have I had episodes of depression? Whew, yes, ma'am. I have had some really low points in my life. Cop just passed me. I was like, eh. So I think sometimes the seeds are there, but you yourself have to be, and I keep saying this word because to me it's a very important word, being intentional about certain things. You know, it says it takes 3 weeks to develop a new habit. If you feel, I'm going to probably spend the next few weeks talking about all 12 of those points, but when you're on a path to self-improvement, you got to put in the work. You have to be astute. You have to pay attention. You have to be sensitive to what's around you. You have to make a decision of what you want to enter your mind. Okay? There's a place that says guard your heart, and I always like to say that in terms of anything. You have to be the best you that you can be. And the best you is just not going to show up. Okay? You have some seeds that have been planted in you by your parents, by your teacher, by your pastor, by some good friends. It's up to you to take it up to the next level. No one's going to spoon feed you for life. Now, see, that's a pet peeve of mine. We talked about the different skill sets that you have to develop at different stages in life. As I said, in infancy, you expect certain things from a baby. If those things are not happening, you call your doctor, you're doing an assessment evaluation. You expect certain tasks to be completed by a toddler, by a preschooler, by a kid who is in middle school. High schoolers, teenagers have certain skill set that they have to develop. Otherwise, their growth is stunted. They haven't grown to their full potential, right? So the first point of those those 12 things that smart. First of all, do you consider yourself smart? No, I'm not talking about getting A's on your test in college, what your GPA was. No. Are you a smart person? Now, you've heard the term that, oh, she's street smart or she's book smart. Being book smart is good. You can have good grades. But are you smart to navigate life? You could get the best GPA in the world, but if you don't have the skills, if you're not equipped to manage, like I said before, the trials and all the things that at the school of knocks, life is going to throw at you, you're going to struggle. I mean, we're going to struggle regardless, but you might struggle a lot more. Okay? So are you smart? Can you decipher? Can you read people? Can you see, can you feel if somebody is trying to play you? Are you smart with money? Are you smart with the people you hang out with? Are you smart with the job that you are doing? Smartness means somebody who is well equipped and can maneuver to different situations. A smart person is not impulsive. A smart person is a thinker. Right? Are you able to think? Are you able to remove yourself from the situation? Or do you fly off the handle? Are you very emotional about everything? That's not being smart, right? Okay. Oh, you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. So, are you smart? First point on that 12-point thing that this post talked about. Smart people don't look for acceptance. Do you feel the need to be accepted by people in order to feel good about yourself? Got my coffee because otherwise I'll fall asleep. Do you feel the need to be accepted? I mean, there's nothing wrong with being accepted. If you're part of a team, you want to be accepted by your team members. It's nice to get along with people, but do you spend a lot of energy trying to please people? Oh my gosh. Because when you do that, you're wasting energy that you could have put towards working on you, working on your goal. All right? So the need for acceptance has to be balanced with every time I hit a pothole or something, this phone thing moves. So I don't even know if I'm going to be able to finish the talk because I don't know what you call it. It's like a joystick, but it just keeps moving. Do you feel the need for acceptance? Smart people do the best they can because you're constantly working on yourself. You're going to be the best you that you can be for the moment. As long as you don't give up and you're on a road to self-improvement in terms of health, in terms of knowledge, in terms of skills, in terms of the job that you do, your career, you're going to be the best in it. So that's why you constantly have to be educating yourself, right? You are aware of what's going on around you. You can't, yes, the news is bad, but you got to know what's going on, how it affects you, your family, your future. You can't live in a bubble. Like I said, you can't dig a hole and put yourself in there because you're not among the living. This crazy world that we live in, as crazy as it is, we have to live in it. And we don't have a choice. Right? Okay. So don't waste your time looking for people to like you. In fact, I can guarantee you, and I'm the story of my life, if you are on a road to self-improvement, if you are working on yourself, if you don't put up with all the, you know what, you can read through people when they're trying to play you, when they're trying to be mean to you. You don't waste your time and energy on that. Don't try to get even. No. The Bible says the battle is the Lord. This is something that I have developed over the years. I don't waste my time trying to get even with people, because a lot of times they're coming back, they circle back to me and apologize. And you know what? I had forgotten about it. I had forgiven them. I did not waste my time and energy trying to get even and to feel bad. I am so able to brush it off. Brush it off. You don't want to take it and put it on you, because it's just going to weigh you down. Okay. So don't waste your time waiting for people to like you. They may never like you. And you have to be okay with that. You have got to be okay with it. Okay? Now, number 2 on that list is smart people don't talk down to themselves. Smart people are not egocentric. They don't have a big ego. They're just comfortable with who they are. They know their worth. There is nothing wrong to say, to look in the mirror and say, I am beautiful. Yes, you can have a little pooch that you're working to work on. You can have some extra weight, because you know you're on that road to self-improvement. You're not sitting there and stuffing yourself and just say, woe is me, and let me get fat. No. You're trying. Yes, it's hard. Yes, you may not see the reward right away, but you keep working at it. So you don't go in the mirror and say, look at me, I'm so fat. You know, you could say, you know what, I do not like the way I look. I have got to do something. That's what a smart person does. Okay? You don't talk negatively to yourself. Oh, I'll never get this. Oh my gosh, I'll never understand that. Never and always are things you should not use in your vocabulary. I used to tell my kids that. Don't say, I'm never going to get it. No, if you're trying to learn something, give yourself time. Some people will get it like this. Some people it's going to take a little longer. And it's okay. We are not cut this, we're not the same. All of us. We're not all as smart as Bill Gates. Nobody, how many Bill Gates do you know? How many Michael Jordan do you know? Okay? You are you. Focus on you. Do not compare yourself to somebody else. The other person is definitely who they are. You don't have to try to be like them. You just need to try to be the best you that you can be. So do not talk down to yourself. Yeah, you could be divorced, but does that mean you're the worst person in the world for being divorced? No. I had to get over that, because the world, religion, and people, they would tie you into a knot. It took me a lot of decades to figure that out, to just say, you know what? I am not going to be bound by all these restrictions and talking down to myself. If I did this, I'm not the worst person in the world. No, do not allow that kind of thought to enter your mind. So, first of all, you do not have to look for acceptance from people. It's nice. It's really nice to be accepted, but you're not going to be accepted by everybody. Actually, you're going to find some people who are haters, I call them. They are haters. And it's funny how somebody spends so much energy trying to double cross you, to make you look bad. They're always talking bad about you, or they're just jealous. Some people are just jealous of your success and who you are. You have got to be okay with that too. The haters are all around us. You just have to keep it moving. Do the Kim. I remember a friend of mine used to say, we're doing the Kim this year. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep going. All right, guys. It's lovely talking to you. God bless you. I love you. Au revoir. À la prochaine. Bonne journée.